Hi everyone. So good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on which time zone that you're watching this, and obviously if you're on with us live or whether you are watching the playback. I'm excited today to be having a discussion with Sheala, who is our Supermums training manager in the USA. She's also our Marketing Cloud trainer. She's the one who facilitates and actually takes the course. So today we're going to be discussing all things Marketing Cloud, why you should upskill in Marketing Cloud, who it's for, and then we'll speak a bit about what the course actually entails, the topics that are covered, the certification that you gain at the end, but also the skills that you're able to acquire as a result. And then we'll maybe discuss, what doors does that open you up to in terms of your Salesforce career opportunities. So if you are on live, please do let us know in the comments where are you listening to us from. And if you do have any questions throughout this live video, please feel free to ask them. And if you're watching on the playback, then pop the questions into the comments and Sheala and I will come on and we'll make sure that you get all of your questions answered. So Sheala, for those that obviously don't know you, if you want to just introduce yourself and, as the Marketing Cloud trainer, what do you love about delivering this course?
Sure. So my name's Sheala, and I am the U.S. training manager, and I live in St. Louis, Missouri. So I live right smack in the middle of the U.S. I've been here 14 years. Keep hoping to move back to Texas because it's much warmer there. I lead both this course, the Marketing Cloud course, and the Salesforce admin course for Supermums here in the States. What do I love about Marketing Cloud? My favorite thing about this course is probably Journey Builder. For those of you who don't know, Journey Builder is the tool in Marketing Cloud that lets you create really interactive, one-to-one experiences for clients, but at scale. It's a really amazing and pretty easy to use tool. I just got off a call with someone doing their capstone, so the end of their experience with us, and it's just fun to see people learn it, grasp it, really enjoy it. So that's probably my favorite thing is Journey Builder.
Yeah, amazing. Good to hear. And so in terms of the Marketing Cloud course, Sheala, how long does it actually take to learn?
Our course right now is 14 weeks long. We meet weekly for 2.5-hour sessions. During our trial org period, because we have a month where we have hands-on in Marketing Cloud and have the connector basically that connects us to Salesforce. And so during that time, sometimes we have extra sessions as well. But it's a 14-week course. So it's a healthy course.
Yeah. And in terms of that, I guess the content throughout that 14 weeks, what would the time allocation for someone who decided to do this course, what would that look like for them?
I think for this course, most people spend maybe 5 to 7 hours a week outside of class working on their homework, which includes trailheads, podcasts, videos, the hands-on experience, like I mentioned. So 5 to 7 weeks is probably about right. So if you wrap that into plus meeting time, you're looking about 10 hours a week.
Yeah. And would you say a lot of people do this alongside, their existing jobs? Is that something that you would say is manageable?
It is. In fact, I would say about half the course is people who are career changing and who are coming into it and are not in roles. And about half the course is people in roles of some sort who are picking up the class alongside their job. Yeah. So it's probably about half and half.
Yeah. Yeah. And then at the end of the course, what certifications then do the trainees, take?
This course is in preparation for 2 of the certifications. So Marketing Cloud actually has 4 certifications. So we prep them for the email specialist and the Marketing Cloud admin. So we prep for 2.
Fab. And could you share just a bit more in depth maybe on the specific topics that you cover, throughout that 14 weeks?
So basically what we have done is in partnership with Trailhead Academy, who holds our certifications, we use the ADX, ADX2, I'm sorry, I'm an admin, Marketing Cloud, MCC 201, for our basic of the course. So that is we talk a lot about the connector, how the two Salesforce and Marketing Cloud work really well together, the advantages to that, and how they can talk back and forth. So we do a lot with the connector. We do Automation Studio, we do Journey Builder, we do a little bit of SQL, which is a coding language that it makes using Marketing Cloud really helpful. We do a touch of AMP script. Let's see, what else do we do? The class is really broad. We do exam prep. Those are the key things that are coming to mind. Yeah.
And you obviously get that hands-on sort of face-to-face learning experience with our learners who do the course. And I know that, you know, a lot of our super mums who've been through our admin course then go on to do Marketing Cloud. What would you say, like, what are the benefits for someone already in the ecosystem of choosing then to upskill in Marketing Cloud? You know, why would you perhaps recommend to someone who's in the space right now to upskill within this, you know, platform and get their certifications?
Sure. Adding Marketing Cloud to a Salesforce experience or a background, it just gives you one more cloud. In Salesforce, the clouds matter. If you're not familiar, there are all kinds of them, nonprofit cloud and sales cloud and service cloud and marketing cloud. And so it does give you one more cloud that you can add to your tool belt. But then on top of that, as I think about it, it also just opens up more job opportunities. If you like marketing, if you either want to be, you could do front end, you can do marketing where you are the admin of the platform. You could do marketing and where you're the one actually building journeys and email experiences. But you can do marketing and actually be the back end and being the one who sets up the connector, and kind of more of a developer kind of role. So there's all kinds of roles within it. So it opens up more opportunities of roles. And Marketing Cloud is hot. Here in the States, they cannot find enough people with the experience. And so, like Salesforce in general, that's really true. But it's just as true in Marketing Cloud.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of talk right now in Salesforce of the importance of niching down. And I guess with Marketing Cloud, that just really allows you to stand out from the rest of the crowd, you know, having that additional qualification and knowledge to use that tool and that platform. So you kind of touched on my next question, Sheila, of the types of roles that someone would go into, but could you just you know, go into that in a bit more depth? What are the types of roles that would be available to someone once they've done, you know, their Marketing Cloud course and the certification?
Sure. We have people who go out into email specialist roles where they are working for companies and really focused in on their email. We have people who go out into social studio roles. And so, because we do a little bit on social studio, which I did not mention, and mobile studio. Social studio is being retired, but mobile studio is still really active. So we have people who go out into those specific roles. We have people who go out and do the admin work, so who are setting it up, training users, setting up the connector, so really that kind of thing. We have people who actually go all the way into development, because Marketing Cloud development is different than the Salesforce development. Let's see, we have people who go into consultancy kind of roles. You can even become an architect within the Marketing Cloud space. So the roles are kind of endless, just like with Salesforce. There's a wide breadth of roles that you can fill.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity. So we've actually got a question from Elsa. Thank you, Elsa. And she's asked, which Marketing Cloud certification do you recommend as a beginner?
The two bottom ones or baseline ones are the email specialist and the Marketing Cloud admin. So those are the two that we train for. You can get them, like a lot of people get the email specialist and move on to the admin, but you can get the admin without doing the email specialist. A lot of it has to do what your interests are. So if you have, let's say you have a marketing background and you really like setting up experiences for clients, then the email specialist is a really great one for you. If you really like more of an admin kind of role, which would include like overseeing the platform, training users, those kinds of things, then you can bypass the email specialist and go straight for the admin. So a lot of it has to do with what your interests are, but we do train for both of those certifications.
Yeah, amazing. hopefully that answers that clearly, Elsa, for you. So, the last question I want to ask you, Sheila, is like, why do you feel our course is very unique, and also why would you recommend to people that they choose to upskill, with Supermums? What are the benefits of, being part of a marketing cloud cohort, doing it with Supermums instead of just, doing it solo, perhaps on their own through Trailhead?
Well, Marketing Cloud is very hard to learn through Trailhead because you do not have the hands-on access to the platform itself. So a lot of people actually start that way and then find that even though they can learn the theoretical, it's really hard when you get out into a role because they don't have the hands-on. So we have a lot of people who come to us who just desperately need hands-on experience, right? And so that's a big part of what the course offers. I think the other thing, because you can go take this course or a Marketing Cloud course in a week, but it's really hard to cram 40 hours of learning into your brain, right, in 1 week. And because we've spread it out over a period of time, you have a little bit more, it's more bite-sized. You have time to actually learn it and then practice it and kind of get it into your brain so that you can then talk about it on an exam. So I think that's the benefit of a course like ours, is that you're not having to try to cover it all within a week. You have 14 weeks, and you have a cohort of people, so you can become really tight knit with them. It's good for networking. Obviously, you have me, and so you have live sessions with a trainer that you can ask questions of. One of my favorite things is one-to-one support calls, so I have those frequently with people who are going through the cohort. You don't get that when you are like trying to cram a course like this into a week. It's really and you're done, and hopefully it's stuck. Where we have 14 weeks to make it stick.
Yeah. And actually show people how to apply the knowledge they've learned. I think that's one of the key aspects of actually having the confidence to then go out on their own, apply this knowledge in a role, but also for interview process, like how can they effectively communicate the skills and the qualifications that they've actually gained as a part of doing this course. So amazing. You've covered lots in this. So would you say any tips or advice to anyone who is considering Marketing Cloud, or they're maybe not yet even in Salesforce? What would you say to them? Obviously our next course is due to start. I believe the start date for that is in November, which is really exciting. So there's
it actually
time
starts October 26th. Rachel, did you know? Yeah, so it's like 3 weeks. It's very soon. Let me back up because you said hands-on experience, and it also reminded me when it comes to job hunting, I think people do come out of the course pretty confident. And because we do a capstone, so like an end of course project, they also have something for their portfolio. So they have something that they can physically, like visually walk a trainer or a recruiter through and say, an HR person or a recruiter through and say, this is my thought process. This is how I would build this thing in Marketing Cloud. So we actually are already helping them get ready for jobs when we do the course. My tips tend to be kind of twofold. I do think when you have Salesforce experience with the Marketing Cloud, that puts you in an even better situation. You have a little bit more advantage when you understand both platforms because there are roles. Marketing Cloud is used largely with Salesforce, right? We have people who use it without Salesforce, but it is a big connection. So then you have more access to different roles. If you come to Marketing Cloud without the Salesforce background, I do recommend that you have a marketing background. It's not really, I think it's harder to find a job. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's harder to find a job if you don't have one or the other. If you don't have either the Salesforce or the marketing backgrounds, then I think it's just harder for people to find roles. They do it, but it makes it harder.
Yeah, and I know a lot of the Supermums who've been through the courses that we've had have coupled, admin and Marketing Cloud together to give them, that knowledge of Salesforce and, Marketing Cloud as a platform. So that is something that's an option for anyone that is watching this. And lastly, Elsa has asked another question, and I think you touched on this there, but can you do email specialist certification without Salesforce access?
Without Salesforce access, definitely. Without Marketing Cloud access, yes, you can go just through Trailhead and learn the theory and pass the exam. But will you know how to do it when you get into a role? Not necessarily, because the exams do test theory and not practice. So they tend to be two very different things. And you cannot get access to a Marketing Cloud dev org without a course like ours. That's one of the downsides, because you can go out and get a Salesforce dev org at any time, but you cannot go out and get a Marketing Cloud dev org.
Okay, so this is what makes, I guess, our course even more unique, as you said, that, being able to actually get that hands-on experience. Great, perfect. So anyone that's watching this, if you are interested in joining us on our next course, as Sheila said, that starts on the 26th of October. There's still time to enrol now. We have spots available. However, we will be closing the registration for the class soon. So to anyone that's watching, what I will do is I'll drop the link to our Marketing Cloud course information page. I'll also drop the link to our career coach booking option. You can book with Diane. I believe that she's commented on this. Diane is our career coach in the USA. You can book time with Diane to, answer any questions that you might have about Marketing Cloud. She can have a discussion with you about, more about what the course entails, and then just see if this is a good fit for you. And if you have any other questions, then please feel free to reach out to Sheila or to myself. And yeah, by all means, connect with Diane on LinkedIn. She's our career coach. She helps all of the people who, want to look into Supermums courses and decide, which one is a fit for them based on, their goals and where they are just now in their career. So yes, thank you so much to everybody who has joined us. And Sheila, thank you so much for taking the time.
Sure. Rachel, let me also, because I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it, Diane would probably shoot me. I think that there is actually a package right now for the admin course and the Marketing Cloud course. And I don't recall us ever running that before, but I do think that if you get them together, there's some sort of discount right now. So just FYI.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Great point to mention that. It is something that we've never done before, but because we've saw so many of our Supermums successfully do these two certifications together, go on to land incredible roles in the ecosystem, we've realised the power of complementing both. So for anyone that, really wants to have that extra edge and just upskill in your knowledge and confidence, applying the Salesforce admin course alongside the Marketing Cloud, you can do that through us. And you'll get a special discount in order to take part in both of those. And you'll have Sheila as your trainer for both of those courses, which is fab. So she'll get to support you throughout your learner journey. And yeah, as I said, please connect with Sheila, connect with Diane. And if you are interested in, any of our courses, get a call booked in with Diane and she can support you with the next steps. But thank you again, Sheila. Thanks for adding that in. And thank you to everyone for joining us today.
Thanks, Rachel.
See you soon. Bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.